Hi, this is Tatiana King, Exclusive Access. I'm your host, Tatiana King. On today's episode, I have another incredibly talented guest, the one and only Brenda Foreman. African Fashion Week. Why did you guys actually create African Fashion Week? Because I know there's a deeper meaning for why you actually created it and who it was for.
Well, African Fashion Week is for us to have our place in the industry. You know, there's a fashion industry, but the niche market of African fashion or fashion for our people, we didn't have. We had pilfering, if I could say that, right? We had people and other major designers taking from the continent, taking from the Caribbean, you know, taking our styles. You know, you got, even on the street of Jamaica, you have, you know, a little wife beater that became a part of Chanel. Because, So we decided, again, because the industry is so vast, to have trillions of dollars going through this industry, and we are the ones spending in it, and we're not getting anything from it. Meanwhile, we have beautiful models who have the best bodies, heights, hues, you know, color, the melanin, the shapes and sizes of the heights. We have designers who design on a, look, I have designers who can look at you now, not measure you, and create something just for your personality.
Speaking of designers and personality, so there's one specific designer that African Fashion Week brings every year. I totally look forward to seeing this designer. He is just epic. He's just so fabulous. Adebayo Jones. He wears these over-the-top shoes, guys. It's like, it's insane. And I always look forward to seeing what shoes he's gonna wear, what pocket square he's gonna wear, what jacket he's gonna wear. He's so talented. How did you guys find him?
Unoriginal. Okay. This is where perseverance come in. You know, Isaac wanted to meet this guy, wanted to have him in the beginning, and kept calling and trying to get to his people and writing emails and calling and calling and calling. And finally they said, this guy's not giving up. You know, finally got to him, and he listened to the story, realized that we were a group of young people who were trying to do something, and right away said, you know what? Yes, I'm on board. I'm going to come showcase my designs with you guys. I love what you're doing. And then when he came, we fell in love.
Of course.
Everybody fell in love with the fact that how we work together. You know, he is the godfather of African Fashion Week. You know, he's such a wonderful human being. He's not just talented, and you know he's talented.
Very.
But he's got a wonderful spirit, a great heart. And he's willing to help everyone.
And he totally lights up a room.
Oh my God. When he walks into the room,
what?
You've like, got everything.
Who's that?
Literally.
Who's that?
Figuratively speaking and literally speaking. Honestly. He is a really good guy, and couture, the king of couture. He has taught people on every level so much. You know, he's taught that he's worked with us. That's another idea of collaboration here, you know, in terms of how I would work with him as a stylist or as a creative director. When we work, he's in London, and when he's flying here, we have to go back and forth and get when he's bringing his whole team and his design. I have to know what he's bringing. I have to know how to style them on the runway. I have to know what models will work in his clothing, how they would be, you know, how they would work with him. So therefore, we have to build that, and he became an intricate part of our team.
Definitely.
Right? And people look forward to him.
Like me.
Exactly. But you know what? Local designers have learned from him. We have so many designers within the city of Toronto that was just there. Some of them were just seamstresses. I shouldn't say just. They sew, but they didn't know how to market themselves, how to get, you know, multiple designs out at the same time, so how to get into major department stores or to create their own store or boutique. This is where African Fashion Week came in. You know, we don't just showcase a runway. We help designers. We build them in terms of giving them an audience. We give them the models. We find a venue for them, right? We market them. And we teach them how to build a business, the business behind the business of fashion. So it's not just a runway show. This is a huge, huge platform that we've created. and the only one of its kind. You go to Toronto Fashion Week, you don't even get water. We feed them, we groom them, we teach them. And then we bring in the other partners, like a hairstylists, you know, who come in, students that get the platform. And then a makeup artist, they get the platform. So you see how we bring the creatives together and we build so that they can go out and shine. Every year we have a student designer competition. And these designers are students, or not professional designers of any kind, but we give them that specific cloth, maybe an Ankara print, to work in, and we, you know, at the end of that, that one design wins. So what happens when they win? We give them an industrial sewing machine. We give them mentorship and training. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do.
To start their business and build. And look at what some of these designers have done already. They've gotten to a different level, and these were local. I've got designers now who are making way more than I do. But, you know, but I'm proud of that. I am so proud that we come together and we work, blood, sweat, and tears, and we put it in. I'm proud of how we come together as a people. We kill and claw each other sometimes, we fight, but that's what a team is, right? And then, so we've covered the designers, models. We have a face of African fashion. Yes. Every year. We have local models. Some of them didn't want to be models, or some of them thought they could not be models. Why? Because they're in an industry where you're told that you look a certain way and you don't. You're not a coat rack.
You know what? I got to stop you right there. There were a lot of models that didn't believe that they could be a model. And because of African Fashion Week, you have given so many models that confidence, that reassurance, that they can thrive in this industry. Yes.
So if that, to me, is thanks enough. You know, that alone, I could walk away and say, yes, we've helped some way, somehow.
Definitely.
There's some models who just didn't think they could. So we've had 7 models of the year already. Once you've become that model of the year, you are ours for the year, which means by the end of the year, you have a full portfolio. You know how to walk, you know how to pose, you know how to speak. This is what we give you. You know, you have to be able to represent us as a brand. You have to build yourself as a brand. So the training that you get, it's not going to cost you $12,000. It's not going to cost you anything except your time and your commitment.
You know, supporting, building the community. Why do you think it's such a challenge and it's so difficult for our people to support each other? And I mean, genuinely support each other, you know, buying the clothes, going to the, you know, the market and buying from the Caribbean or the African market. Why is it so hard from your perspective? I mean, I have my own opinion and my own, you know, view and perspective as to why people in the community aren't supporting, you know, lack of professionalism, these types of things. But I just want to know from your side what you think it is.
And this is just my opinion. I have very strong opinions, but they're just opinions. Okay, so nobody come and get me, all right? We need to trust each other. Number one thing is we no longer trust each other. We need to support. We need to trust ourselves. We don't need to go and find another race or another community to tell us that we are okay. So as a race, we do not trust each other. We need to first trust ourselves, because if we don't trust ourselves, we're not going to trust each other. You know, I am of the opinion that if we loved and trusted each other, slavery would never would have happened to begin with. We would not have sold our brother and sister for money. You know, we don't. Right now, we need validation from other people to say that we are okay. We need to wear other people's clothing and advertise their brands on our chest in order to feel that we are okay. You know, if I'm going to wear that brand, you're going to pay me to wear it. I'm not going to wear it for free. They don't even design for us.
At all.
At all. But yet we wear their brand across our chest, on our butts, on our heads, everywhere, just to prove that we are okay.
Right.
So we need therapy. We need to go back mentally and learn that we are okay as a people. If we're not okay, then we're not going to be supporting each other.
You know what? You sound like a politician sometimes when I hear you speak. Politically correct, sometimes just direct, but I know that you have political interests, and a lot of people probably don't know that about you. that you have an interest in politics.
I love politics. Having an interest in it, I don't know. I'm not so sure of. What I mean by that is, I grew up in a very political family. I mean, in an island like St. Kitts, everybody's involved politically. Everybody, from stroller all the way up.
Yeah.
They have opinions and they voice them. Around election time, you have enemies. You don't speak to your husband if he's on this party. It's so vicious.
Okay.
And then after this person, they're friends again.
Yeah.
But they're very strong and opinionated. And I grew up with a mother that she took vacation from everybody when campaign starts. So that's another topic.
I didn't know that about St. Kitts. Why is it that you guys are so deep and rooted in politics? Like, what is it?
In most of the islands, we are.
Okay.
Because we are, like I said, in an island by ourselves. We have interest in the political process. We have interest in who is running and taking care of us. Right? For that 5 years, you need to know who's going to have your interest. Who's going to do for you what you put them in there. Like here in Canada, for example, we are very laid back.
Yes.
We don't even vote. You know, which is why I think people think that I'm so political, is that I'm involved in community. I believe in community, and I believe that we need to vote as a people if we need to have a voice. If you want to have a voice, then vote.
Okay.
If you're going to come to me and complain that this MP doesn't do that, did you vote? No, well then don't talk to me. If you do not have, you do not exercise your right, then why complain?
I gotcha.
Do something about it. If you want the right people in there to do something for you as a community, as a people, then make the choice and put them there.
I feel like you're so passionate about politics. Like, I'm feeling the passion, and it feels good. So I'm going to ask you a question. Do you see yourself running for city council in Toronto? Because I can see it, and I know you watching right now, you can see it too.
Wow, that's a loaded question. You know, I've never thought about that. Honestly, I've had people approach me, both from St. Kitts and from Toronto. But I feel that my political platform is, for example, what I do in the community. African Fashion Week is a social platform. This is how I take my stand. I use the arts to make a difference politically and economically by empowering our people. I mean, who's to say? I never say never anymore, because I said never many times, and then next thing you know, I end up doing the same thing I said never about. But I want to be in a place where I can create the most impact and help the most people. And I feel proud that I think we've helped some people. We've helped them, and if we've helped a woman grow, then we know we've helped her family grow. We've helped her children grow. Right? And I don't know, whichever way God decides to point me, which direction, I will follow. I believed in that higher power.
For the young people that are watching the show that relate to you, they see a lot of themselves in you and your story, you know, coming to this country at 12 years old and a mother of 2 now, right? What do you have to say to those people who want so desperately to go and work in the fashion industry, want so desperately to do some of the things that you've been able to do? Maybe there's even a mother that's watching right now who has 2 kids just like you, and she doesn't quite know how to navigate and how to get it done. What do you have to say? I know you have a special takeaway for someone watching, for sure.
Well, there are a few points that I would say. Number 1 is don't give up. Learn your skills and learn what you have a passion for. Figure out what you love, okay? What do you love to do? And then grow. Read every day. Read something new every day. Define your skills. So say I'm great at sewing. Get better. Train yourself, but don't give up. When you fall, get up. If you find that I've tried something that's not really me, don't be afraid to start over. I've started over many, many, many times, and it doesn't matter, because as long as you are happy and you are helping people, you know, respect yourself and respect others. As long as you respect others and love yourself, everything will be okay. But the key thing is build yourself, right? There's a saying that I like to say, preparation plus opportunity equals success.
Oh, yes.
You have to prepare, rehearse. Whatever it is that you want to do it over and over and over again in order to become an expert at it. And if you don't, find a mentor who can guide you. Don't be afraid to call somebody and say, I need your help. Can you show me how to do this? Can you put me in a direction of somebody else? Many people call me, and if I can help, I will. If I can't help, I will see if I can find somebody who can help you and guide you into the direction. Because there were many angels in my life who guided me along the way.
Yeah, and I think it's important to definitely touch on that. Those angels that helped you along the way. A lot of people think that
never forget.
They can just move on their own. Even with this platform, even with this show, we're a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. My favorite saying. Collaboration. A collaborative environment, you know, a collective. It's the only way that you can really get to that higher place if you move together as a team or as a group or as a company. And I think the more and more our community gets that in their head, I think things will change. So as we sort of come to the end of this incredibly entertaining and insightful conversation together, I have to touch on the fact that you are an amazing mother. You actually brought your daughter today to set, who was helping you style, one of your daughters, your older daughter, and I want you to talk to me about this world that you have created for them. You know, we're in a very different space today. The world is not what we saw last year, right? It's completely different. So I just want you to talk on your experience being a mother in this landscape right now.
Being a mother is the best job in the world. It's also the scariest job in the world, because I worry about what's going to happen after I'm gone. I'm worried about the world that they're going to have to live in after we're gone, which is why I fight so hard to create something, to build some kind of legacy to leave for them. You know, I mean, we are friends as mother-daughter. We have a relationship where we speak. I encourage my children to speak to me always. I don't care how hard it is. They need to know that no matter what they do, I cannot love you any less. As long as, and mind you, I don't mean I'm not going to be angry at you.
Of course.
Don't mean I'm not going to want to discipline you.
Yeah.
You know, but I will never stop loving you, no matter what you could do could make me stop loving you. You are part of me. So our efforts would be to create something for them.
Yeah.
A world that they can live in. You know, they are empowered politically. They know about their rights to vote. They know that they have a voice, right? And they know that they have to be who they are.
Yeah.
They have to love themselves. And they don't need a little pretty boy to tell them, listen, you're cute, you know, so they can drop their...
Right.
Because they know themselves that they are beautiful, inside and out. Confidence. Empower them from birth to know that you don't have to change anything about yourself. You just have to keep building yourself.
Yes.
Learn every day of your life something new. And you're going to fall. And when you fall, you got to brush those knees off, get up, put a Band-Aid on it, and keep moving. Because that's life.
Yeah,
live
because
it.
life isn't perfect.
Exactly.
And we're not expecting perfection. Mothers aren't expecting perfection either. But you're expecting them to try.
As hard as they can. As long as you give me all of you.
Yeah.
I will be happy, just as long as I know you've tried, and you keep trying, and you do not give up. Persevere. That's all I ask.
Well, what a treat it's been for me to have you today. And I know that those who are watching took so much more than I even imagined. That, I mean, we had such an incredible conversation, and I'm so proud of how far you've come and all the work that you're doing in the community, all the work that you're doing with African Fashion Week, Toronto, and how far you've come with BStyled by Brenda Foreman. I am just so elated with what you've been able to do with your life and your career, you know, coming from St. Kitts and Nevis to Canada, raising 2 daughters, you know, your passion for politics. All of it is just so inspiring and so motivating and beautiful. So thank you so much for being with me. I really appreciate it. Keep doing what you're doing. And I I will see you very soon, I'm sure.
Yes, we will see each other soon.
Yeah. Any final thoughts before the show's done?
Live, love, laugh.
I love it.
Just be you.
I love it. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really, really had a great conversation.
Yes, thank you.
And guys, thank you so much for watching another incredible episode of Tatiana King Exclusive Access with the one and only Brenda Foreman. Keep up with us on social media at TKEA TV on Instagram, Twitter, and of course on Facebook. Like our page, and of course, send in your comments, show us love, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tatiana King, and you're watching Tatiana King Exclusive Access.